Hare Krishna. So here's a question about friendship between boys and girls. Is it possible? What's the harm in free mixing? Many people, they say that don't be old-fashioned, be forward-thinking. Let the boys and the girls in the schools, they mix and discover and find out and talk to each other, and that will create healthy relationships. Well, let us see historically, culturally. So this culture of separation between boys and girls. If you see that those days there were many schools, like the Christian schools, which had a boys' school and a girls' school, and then currently there's co-education, who came in boys and girls mix. Because we see in earlier cultures, civilized cultures, civilization means those who are civil. So if in Greek and Roman culture, we will see that there were always separate bathing areas for both men and women. There were aqueducts, different areas where they would bathe. And even in Egypt, you will find there are many different rooms where men would stay and women would stay. Wherever the men are, the women will never enter. Wherever the women are, the men will never enter. So it's not just an Indian culture, it's actually a culture of civilized people. Now, in religion, also, we see, like for example, in Islam, women don't go to mosques, right? They have a separate prayer area, so where they're focused, they don't mix. Churches also, there are some churches like Syrian churches, they may sit separately. So there's not gender discrimination, it is actually respect. It is not looking down on one or the other, but actually dealing with them respectfully. So some people say, no, no, everything is equal, everything is one. Let us all treat everyone the same. So, we have seen, like for example, four boys are standing and a girl is standing in between. And she's also joking with the guys, and the guys are calling her dude, bro, right? So then what happens? After a while talking to her like that, they treat her like a guy. They think she's like a guy. They put their hand on her shoulder. They even hit her at the back of the head. They even will joke with her, punch her in the arm. So they're treating like a guy. And the girl feels like, wow, I'm also one of the guys. But this leads to so much trouble, right? So this is not right. How much ever we try to change, the body of a man is male and the body of a woman is female. It will never change. Both genders have their advantages and disadvantages. And so we should not try to artificially try to put them together, or mix them or force them upon each other. So let us look at what are the advantages and disadvantages. A male body has the nature to give protection, to give shelter, always feels, that, if anyone needs, I'm there. That's the male stereotype has been made. Women by nature, the benefit is they're always innocent, right? They're easily trusting, easily believing. They're very innocent by nature. Now let's look at some of the disadvantage. So the male maid has an exploitative tendency, right? Controlling tendency, occupying tendency, mastering tendency, trying to overcome others. Where a woman nature is that seeks attention, likes if someone hears her, listens to her, sees her, appreciates her. That's her expectation. So if we bring these two natures together unrestrictedly, it is very, very dangerous. The man wants to, give shelter, and the lady wants attention. But the man also has a nature that, exploitative tendency. So they might exploit that woman, right? And the woman also likes attention. So therefore, we may argue that no, 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 they are mature. The boys and girls, they know how to deal with each other. They understand. The fact is they don't, because we see even adults, they get into issues when there's too much mixing, right? There's affairs going on. There's this and that going on, extramarital affairs. Even adults get into problem. So because this is in friendship, unlike marriage, marriage there's responsibility. But in friendship, sometimes the line, the limit, or the respect is crossed, right? So the male wants to give protection, control, and the friend is a girl. So after a while, the guy feels kind of like obliged for her. He feels like all her family problems, all her educational issues, all her financial needs, it's my responsibility. And slowly, slowly, the line of friendship becomes blurred. Now, a lot of guys will accept and understand this, right? There's a feeling that, this girl is like, I should take care of her. She's my friend, we may say in the mind. But sadly, in today's age, girls will not agree to this. They will say, no, no, there's nothing. We just wanted a friend. We didn't think anything wrong. We didn't think anything bad about this. We just wanted a friend. Why this is so? Because by nature, the women is always very innocent. Yeah, and they like the attention that they're getting. So free mixing is very dangerous because a lot of emotions, a lot of needs, they get meshed up. And the line of friendship becomes very blurred and crossed. Hearts get affected. We see a lot of guys suffering this. So many years of friendship with a girl, slowly he's kind of convinced that she likes him, and then maybe he might go and propose to her. The girl suddenly says, "What? Come on, please. We are just friends. Don't be like this. Don't act like this. What are you talking? Come on, are you kidding?" And the guy's like, uh, "You're like my brother." And she's like, "Oh, God, you know." So, these things happen, right? Because a guy always wants to give shelter, give protection, and he has the nature of controlling. And then the girl, she loves the attention, she's happy with what she gets. So, this interaction between both is not healthy if it's not controlled or restricted. So, therefore, the institution of marriage is there. So, instead, we should ask ourselves this question: can't society continue or progress without free mixing? If we don't do free mixing, is society going to suffer? No, society can continue. In fact, we can deal respectfully with each other. For example, if we have some service, right? Boys can be friends with boys, girls can be friends with girls, no problem. But for example, if we have some service, we can deal respectfully with each other. So a boy asked me this question that, Prabhuji, in school there's like only four girls and so many guys, and sometimes when we're in a group project, then one girl is there in our group. So how then to deal with her? Easy. You just deal, you focus on the work. Issue comes when you start doing trivial talks, right? That's when the problem starts. We start become a little frivolous. So that is where the issue happens. So if we focus on our work, we will be safe. Now, I watched an interview once of the famous boxer Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay. So he was once saying that how he advised his daughter Laila Ali, who's also a very established boxer, that he saw that Laila was kind of like mixing around with all the guys and moving here and there, and he called her and he told her that, Laila, your body is like a diamond, right? When you have a diamond, you don't showcase it around the whole world. You keep it very safe. You don't pass it from one hand to another. You keep it very safe, right? So in that way, she was telling that how we should respect our identity and not just throw ourselves here and there. So again, sometimes we hear girls, they say that, oh, what is this, I have more male friends than I have female friends. Some girls, they say like this: I have more guy friends than I have girlfriends. Why? Because obviously there's a need to be heard, need for attention, so that gets satisfied there easily. But we should respect the differences in our bodies, in our natures, and learn to deal with it. Male and female has a difference. We see in the history in the world, as free mixing is now becoming more rampant, social problems are becoming more aggravated. Right? Guys and girls, they get into a relationship when they're not even ready for it and they can't handle themselves. There's a lot of violence, acid attacks and hates and bullying and trolling and forceful and all kinds of nonsense happens because of when so-called attraction is frustrated, it leads to hurt. This is the philosophy of the Gita. Kama Esha, Krodha Esha. So when we allow the hearts to mix freely without proper restriction, we're going to get ourselves hurt. Because men have a controlling nature, exploitive nature, wanting to give shelter. Women are innocent, they just want to be heard, they like the attention. You bring that together, it's very volatile. So one girl asked me this question. She said that, Prabhuji, okay, I see that girls among girls we tend to fight more, right? It's better to have friends with boys, but girls among girls we tend to fight more. So of course girls will not fight if a girl is in a group of guys. The guys will not fight with her because they feel that, oh, we have to protect her and give her, and the girl love the attention getting from 4 or 5 guys. But she's asking me this question, that how to be friends with just girls. I fight more with girls. So this is natural. Because every one of them is trying to seek attention. So how do we get this satisfaction? So girls get their satisfaction, their happiness, their peace at heart from their families, right? They get a lot of attention from their parents, from their siblings, from their brothers, from their sister. The bigger the family, the more connection she's feeling, and she's satisfied. A solid family relationship can satisfy this tendency. We see in some big families, a girl is so responsible at home. She's so close with her parents. She's so close with the siblings, the big sister. She does everything and she helps and this and that. So they don't feel a need of finding outside friendships. Why? Because they have such solid family relationships. They're happy with their family. They love their brother. They love their mother. They love their father. And in that way, they become so satisfied. Why? Everyone is giving them attention. Everyone is listening to them, hearing them out. But when they don't get that at home, then oh, now they start looking outside. And that can be very dangerous because this friendship is unrestricted. So in today's modern world, we have to be a little sober. We have to be a little open about these talks and inform ourselves, if not inform our children, inform others how to be safe, safeguard our emotions, safeguard our feelings. Else, the road ahead is very, very dangerous. We can't undo, we can't undo emotional damage. We can't undo stupid acts that have been committed. There is no coolness in free mixing. There is no coolness in trying to be, a socialite. But actually, it just affects our character more and more. Better be a happy, satisfied, and peaceful, nicely practicing or nicely performing person rather than trying to show off to this world, right? So the modern day movies, the modern day culture and songs are all promoting this free lifestyle, trying to be free and associate with everyone and move around, become a socialite, but it's actually very, very damaging. Hare Krishna.